Today we will be discussing programming of the BTX one-channel transmitter with several of the BTX motors. This particular transmitter will work with the BTX 25E RF, the 35QE RF, the 45QE RF, the 45QE RF lithium-ion battery, and the BTX DC RF solution. The first thing whenever you get a BTX motor, to pair this particular unit to any of our motors, there'll be a program button on the motor head. This particular motor we're using is the BTX lithium-ion 45QE motor. And we're going to hit the button right here until the motor jogs. Now the motor is listening. So on this particular remote, to learn this transmitter to this motor, you're going to hold the open and close at the same time. Now we're going to discuss slow flash and fast flash. If you hit them at different times, you'll see the fast flash. We're not looking for the fast flash when we're pairing or we're programming, except on the last step. So to pair this, you're going to hit open and close, looking for a slow flash. Hold that until the motor jogs. That means that this transmitter has been paired to this particular motor. So now, if you hit open, it will open. If you hit close, it'll close. Now this could be backwards, and we're going to discuss that in a minute. The next step after you've paired this is you want to go into something called programming mode. And to go into programming mode, it allows you to set limits. It allows you to delete channels off motors. It also allows you to add different transmitters to this particular motor. Now in this case, to go into that mode, you're going to hit the FN and stop. FN and stop at the same time here. Again with a slow flash, the motor's going to jog. Now the motor's in program mode. Now this is where we're going to set limits initially. Now in this case, if I were to hit open and it went backwards and it closed, we could swap that motor direction. So for this particular case, it's working great, but we're going to switch it just so you're aware of how to switch it. To switch motor directions, you hit open and close at the same time. Slow flash. Now if I hit open on the unit, it's going to close, as you can see here. To switch it back, you just hit open and close again with a slow flash. And now if I hit open, it's going to open. So what we're going to do is going to run to the upper limit by holding the open button down to where we get to the open limit. And you're going to stop it wherever you'd like that to be. And we'll set the limit right there. So at that position, once you have it to your upper limit, to set that limit there, you're going to hit FN and open at the same time. FN and open. So if we do that with a slow flash, the motor's going to jog. That limit has been recorded. Now we're going to hit close. If you hold it, it will continue to run. If you let off, it'll stop. If you just hit the button, it will jog. That allows you to fine-tune your limits. So we're just going to hold this down until we get to where we want that limit to be. Let's say it's there. And now to set that limit at that position, it's FN and close. So close and FN, which are these bottom two buttons here, the slow flash. That unit has been set. And the last step after you've done that to get out of this particular programming mode is you're going to hold the stop button down. Now this will fast flash, that's okay. The motor will jog. Once that fastest flash, the motor should be programmed. We're going to test it by hitting the open button on the motor. And then we're going to hit the close button just to double check that. So those limits are perfect. Now, if you'd like to add another remote to this particular unit or another wall switch, all you'll do, since we've already initially done the program button the first time, you don't have to do that again. You can put the motor into what we call pairing mode by holding the stop button down. So if you hold the stop button down with a fast flash here, the motor's going to jog. Now it's listening again. So it's wanting to say, hey, you want me to pair to something? No problem. This particular example, we're going to grab this wall switch. This is a one-channel wall switch. So let's go, or a 5-channel wall switch. Let's go ahead and say channel 2. We light up channel 2, and it's the same process where you hold open and close with a slow flash until the motor jogs. Now, if I hit open, it now will work in this particular unit. Okay? And then close. The last thing I wanted to show you guys on this one-channel remote control is if you wanted to delete this particular channel or delete this particular motor and reset it to factory default, that can be very easily be done by doing two different types of things. Stop and open will basically, if you hold stop and open, will delete this particular unit off of it, meaning I just want to use this, I don't want to use the remote anymore. That's what stop and open will do. If you want to delete everything, limits, everything you've set, you would hit stop and close on this particular unit. So in this case, we'll do stop and open at the same time with a slow flash. And now if I try to run this, it's not going to run it. But you'll see, if I light up channel number 2 here, it now will operate on this particular unit, but doesn't work on this one. The stop and close button on this will allow you to delete everything. So that's how you do programming with this particular one-channel unit. You can find us at btxinc.com for these programming instructions. Also, we'll have a link below, or you can give us a call at 1-800-422-8839. Thank you.